please be as vigilant and careful while using the road. Whether you are a passenger, you can be your brother's keeper and tell the driver, hey, boss, destination ni Kisumu or Mombasa, sio mbinguni, right? And don't drink and drive. Don't drink and drive. Let's just try to have some order on the roads. The road carnage is a bit scary, not a bit, very scary. And the numbers are just fast rising, and it's sometimes avoidable, if we practice some level of caution. So out of all the bills, all those goddamn bills, which ones do you dread? Do you dislike paying the most? I told you I cannot wrap my head around paying for water. Drinking water, I don't understand. And this is from Akamba, who comes from Vumbikistan. I should not be complaining about the stuff, but I'm just like, yani nani alika chini hivi aka, that's, if you just think about it, it's like the biggest scam of all time. We buy bottled water. Now they even come in flavors, carbonated, what, but how? Who even made it right? How is it even not against the law to make people buy a natural occurring resource? Yeah? Hey, that person, sijui manyanyake alikuwa nyanyake star, because I don't get it. Some messages here. I'm not going to name any brand names, right? We're not losing our jobs in December. We need that shmoney in January. Peter from Mombasa says, Niko seo. Sasa nivo. Now that I spoke Kamba, now I let the dogs out. Peter is enjoying the show. Thank you so much. Niko seo. Okay, good. But don't even make it a habit. My boss will accuse me of turning this into a Kamba station and I'll be in trouble. Peter from Mombasa also goes on to say the one thing he cannot understand is when he's paying for those phone bills, buying Credo from our largest telco. Those guys, them if you don't get it, forget about it. But those guys, and Sitima, he's like, both companies overcharge. But there was infrastructure that was put. You have to pay for your credo, for your airtime, for your talk time, and you also have to pay for electricity. You can't even have solar. Like, you can't fully be off the grid and just use solar. I wasn't aware. There's charges. I don't know if there are taxes that you pay if you're not like on our power grid. I'm just like, why? What if I, want to live like those white guys who think that, there's aliens and whatever, and they don't like to use technology. They want to live in the bush somewhere, pretending that is, them protecting themselves from, I don't know what monster they've conjured up in their heads. So let's listen to some of your audio, but let me check Facebook and X real quick to make sure that I'm not missing anything. Hold on 1 minute, and then okay, hold on, wait a minute. Are you enjoying the music? Yes. It's good to let the radio presenter do their job. We actually paid to do this. So sometimes I just want you to sit back, relax, and enjoy a nice music mix curated by us. Beth Murigi says she does not like, she only dislikes almost loads paying school fees. Wait. Kwanza for kindergarten, kamama and kababa, it doesn't come cheap. They know you love those little buggers of yours. So they triple charge. Your child goes there to eat soil and boogers the whole day, pick their nose and susu, and then you are stuck with a bill of hundreds of thousands. Staff Gong Malima says rent is always a cycle. Yeah, it feels like you're jogging on a treadmill. But, you have to have a roof over your head. But I hate rent. Rent is gross. A big shout out to all the homeowners. And then a big shout out as well to Maurice Weringai Nyongesa on our live feed. We absolutely love you. But mine stands. I don't even feel anyone has beat me at this conversation today. How do we pay for water? Someone make it unlawful. We should just be given maji for free. You can go boil it and make it safe for your own consumption. But nobody should ever buy water. It's unfair and the biggest scam in history. So let's listen to some of your audio. Jane and Edwin took the liberty of speaking to you, and this is what y'all had to say about the bills that you dislike paying. I hope all the companies are listening to you. Ndio wajue Wakenya wanakuanga wamepangia company gani ama unalipa painfully. Let me see. I see my sister Njeri is looking for me. Nyanyake Star Njeri. Nyanyake Star. Who came up with selling water? Who? I would just think about it. Someone sat down and just looked at water flowing like in a river somewhere and said, imagine, we need to start selling this stuff. Did you make it? Is it yours?
I dislike paying the internet bill because you have to pay every month, but sometimes the cost feels high compared to the service that you get.
So for me, it has to be rent because it's the one bill that reminds you how fast money leaves your account. You work hard all months, then one of the day, a big chunk is gone. You can't negotiate because you can't delay and you still have bills waiting. Remember, rent is most important, of course, but it's painful because once you pay it, you have to start the hassle all over again.
I think water bill is what I dislike the most. Why? Because I feel like that is one of the things the government should be offering its people for free. For free. Simply because it really sounds like a human right to have water. You know? It really sounds like a human right actually to be able to access water without necessarily being pushed to pay and being frustrated when you are not able to pay on time. I think that should be something that should be offered for free. I really dislike it. Power, I can do without power, but I cannot do without water, you know? So I think that is one of the bills that I really dislike. The government, in fact, we should be looking at the people who are going to be campaigning. Let them tell us that water will be running free in our taps so that we know that indeed our government cares for its people.
The bill that I dislike the most is the internet fee. I need it every day, but it always feels expensive. Sometimes the speed isn't even reliable, plus paying it every month just feels frustrating, like I'm forced to pay for something that doesn't always give me full value.
Out of all the bills I pay, the one I dislike the most is Okoa Jahazi. I know it's not typically what a normal person will call a bill, but it's so easy to press zero once you run out of airtime. But when it's time to pay, it's usually a lot compared to when you buy airtime. So I think for me, Okoa Jahazi is the most type of bill in my perspective that I dislike the most.
I think transport bill, because I think I should be owning a car right now. So I don't like paying fare. That's all.
The bill that I also dislike is the electricity fee. It feels like no matter how carefully I try to save, the bill is always high. So yeah, sometimes it spikes unexpectedly and there are extra charges that make it even worse. It's one of those bills you can't skip and it just feels frustrating paying.
Out of all the bills I actually pay, my least favorite is rent. Because number one, I'm treating my house as if it's a hotel room since it's December. I'm rarely in the house. But you know, the landlord will still expect me to pay the rent as if I was in that house on a daily basis. So right now, rent is actually painful to pay.
Oh my God, but let me ask you. So, to be honest, there's people who want to live in people's houses and not pay a bill. What? That's like next level dilulu. Right? Angalao guys for Nini Kewo. Can we just meet behind the tent? Please DM me and then we can form like a small union. We can call it Kewo and then we can see if we can collect signatures. We go and give Nini, the president of Singapore, Baba Nani.